What's up, everybody? Kinetic here, and welcome back to Lineage 2 Revolution. I've got a progress update for you, if I could call it that, I guess. I want to clarify some things that I've kind of talked about in the past. I want to expand on things that I kind of didn't know the full gimmick of. Not even sure if I know them completely now. And I want to show you something new, something that I've had unlocked for a while that I haven't had a chance to show off to you guys. Let's go ahead and let's talk about experience gaining here in Lineage 2 Revolution, because here in Chapter 4 I felt like there was a very big spike in the requirements to level up, and I found myself getting stuck, as I kind of said might be the case with some people, because I'm not getting enough experience to get into the next story mission that has a level requirement. So this has kind of forced me to experiment more with like different options here, kind of through trial and error or translations and things like that, and to try and figure out where else can I pull out some XP for my character to get to that next level, so that way I can move on and stuff like that. Because my gear and my weapons and stuff like that, for the most part, is doing great. I've got at least B, if not A and S gear in a lot of my slots, so that's cool. But it's the experience gain that's kind of killing it. Now, I did talk about this before, and I said that what you can do is you can activate these with gold, right? And you can spend that amount of gold and instantly complete these quests, and then you'll get the XP and you'll get some gold back and stuff like that. But what I didn't say, and what I probably really should have said, is that once you click the button and it shows it green like that with the gold amount, that has added that quest actually now as an active quest to your log. And what you can do is you can go ahead and complete it the slow way, right? By, let's say it's a kill quest or something like that. You need to kill like, I don't know, 100 something, or whatever. Then you can go ahead and do that and not pay the gold amount, or you can instant complete it by spending that amount of gold. So it's nice and flexible like that, and I do like that. If you're rich and you're got plenty of gold or whatever to spend for that sort of thing, you've got just a little bit more progress that you need to make before you can get leveled up and then access the new content, then that's maybe what you want to do. But it is probably more efficient to your wallet, because we need our gold to be able to use it to upgrade our weapons and our armor and stuff like that through the fusing technique. So yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act, right? Something else that I wanted to bring up, if we go over to the dungeon section here. You may remember this third dungeon over, and remember when I initially got into this and I had really almost no idea what was going on, because it said, like, for example, I needed 2 of something, and it said something about elite monsters or whatever, and I didn't quite understand it. Well, now I get it. Basically, you're going to these hunting grounds, right? And you're going to, in some cases, you may need 2 of something, or like it says here, and the one below that, you may need 150. Now, the 151 was like super clear. It's basically just go kill 150 of some type of enemy mob. Now, the other one here, when I initially thought about it, I'm like, okay, either I need to somehow get 2 elite enemies to spawn, or I need 2 of some kind of item or something like that to drop, and it turns out that it was the latter. Basically, that 2 count is hunting tickets that you're trying to find, and you're basically continually killing monsters until they drop one of those hunting tickets. And I don't have any with me right now, but it is an item, right? You'll kill, let's say it wants 2 elite wolf or something like that hunting tickets. And so you basically are just going to be grinding there at the hunting grounds until 2 of those tickets drop. Now, what are those tickets good for? Those tickets are good for the monster hunting log. Now, I showed this off before, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on. It turns out that the 2 are kind of connected to each other in a sort of way. Now, what we have here is a list and categories of all sorts of different monsters, from C rank to S rank and stuff like that, depending on their power and their rarity, I guess, and stuff like that. And while I still don't fully understand the system, basically, once you've killed X number of these mob types, like for example the spiders or the wolves or whatever, then you get some kind of reward for doing that. And each the way that counts is you go, let's say I want to go hunt these wolves, right? So I can, for example, click this button and it will show on the map where I can find those wolves. And in a lot of cases, like you can see here, it's actually auto running me to that location to where I can find the wolves and then I can hunt them. But it's not a simple matter of just killing them. Again, it's like the hunting ground dungeon where you've got to kill them and you will get a hunting ticket drop. And then those tickets that can then be consumed, and they will add to that hunting log kill count. Like, for example, again, if we look at the wolves, it's kind of hard to see, but it says 5/10. So I've collected 5 hunting tickets of the 10 that I need in order to rank up for having, hunted those guys down. And there will be, like I said, some kind of reward for doing that. And also at the bottom, you can see that I've got 40% progress made in sort of like in an achievement for having hunted various monsters, collected the tickets and stuff like that. And then I'll get, I believe, if I remember correctly, that treasure chest, that purple-looking treasure chest with the skull on it. Once I've filled up the progress bar, then that's another kind of reward that I can get. But I think you also get some other things for having done that, for having filled in the hunting tickets. So there we go. I hope that kind of clears up and makes that easier to understand like what's going on there. I've accepted a couple of quests from, I think, that optional quest list, and now it's brought me to this location here. No, that's the other one. I believe it's the one below it. Come on, let me click it. There we go. Okay, yeah, so again, it's kind of auto-pathed me to this location, and I need 20 of some kind of enemy type. It looks like it's going to be these ogres. I'm lagging like hell, probably because my battery is dying on this tablet right now. I should have charged it better before I started recording. But you can see, there we go. I'm already at 5. These things are pretty easy to kill. We're at 6, and what I can actually do, and maybe what I should be doing, is I've also got these, I can actually go into my inventory while I'm doing this. I've got these golden potions that I've been earning every day. It's like it's a daily reward for having been logged in for about 60 minutes. It's actually an experience potion for kills. It's a hunting experience potion, not for questing or anything like that. So I'm only earning, like, what is it, like +8, +9 experience or something like that. If I had activated the potion, I think it gives me double or triple or something like that, which, obviously still isn't much. But if you're in better activities that are awarding you like hundreds of XP or even thousands of XP per kill, then it's a great idea to have something like that activated. And I'm already done with that, which is awesome. She's like, congratulations, you're a badass. And there we go. There's 4K XP, 900 gold, and some mana pots. Awesome. Now, something that I really wanted to show you guys before, and it's kind of late because I've actually had this for a while, is we've got kind of like this tower defense dungeon mode that I unlocked a little bit ago. And admittedly, it was a bit confusing because I wasn't sure like what was going on with the different buttons, but now it's actually very easy to understand. What I'll do is I'll click on the gray button, and what it's going to start doing is it's going to start doing a looking for group kind of, or looking for dungeon-like kind of feature here. And there we go at the top. It's pinging me. Do you want to join this group? You've only got a few seconds, and other people are trying to jump into the group as well. Looks like I got in. All right, so once we're loaded into the area, basically our objective as a group here is to defend this crystal. It's kind of like a tower defense, almost kind of game mode here, and you've got 4 different lanes that enemies are traveling from their spawn points to all come to this location and try and assault our crystal. So we have to defend it for X amount of time, and if we do it really well, then we'll get a high rating. That's why you can see there's a C rating on the left-hand side. That's our current rating for our performance. And usually it starts low, but as we get closer and closer towards the end, if you're doing well, then if your crystal hasn't taken a lot of hits, your rating will go up higher and higher from an A to an S, maybe even a double S rank, which is really cool. Now, what I've noticed about this is that it tends to be kind of situation where a lot of people will just go into auto fight or autopilot mode, kind of, which is actually what my character is doing right now. But they don't actually really pay hardly any attention at all to what's really going on. And then what can happen is their character will not only auto fight but auto move further and further down the lanes, and if there's too many people doing that, then they may all be kind of bunched up in the wrong lane while the monsters are approaching from another lane. Obviously that leaves the crystal exposed, and then it's going to start taking hits and it's screwing up your rating. So what I try to do is I really try to make an effort to, I'm going to go ahead and let the auto-pathing, you know, move me maybe to a location, because it's detecting before I can even see them often that, you know, enemies are coming from this lane, so my character starts moving in that direction. So I'll go ahead and let it do that, and then I'll also take note of some power-ups. You might have saw that that I picked up some kind of power-up. There's another one right there that I can pick up, an attack power-up. There's also like speed movement power-ups, all sorts of power-ups that will spawn. And so again, if people are only kind of like auto pathing and stuff like that, their characters probably aren't picking up those power-ups, and you know, you're really not playing that efficient. So it usually isn't a problem, but I definitely think it's worth noting that that you can't just like set it and forget it. Like, don't just join into the group and then go make a sandwich or fap on to Pornhub or something like that. Like, pay attention like a little bit at least to make sure that your character is, you know, kind of staying near the core or the crystal, whatever you want to call it, to make sure that it's being well defended. Now, the way that this basically works is it's just based on a timer. There's not a certain amount of waves that need to be cleared. There isn't a certain amount of enemies that need to be cleared. You just gotta wait for the timer, and we're now down to less than a minute, which is really cool. And we've already got, this is awesome, we've already got an S ranking for this, so we're doing very, very well. I suspect that as long as we keep this up, then we will likely get a double S ranking from this. And there's a bunch of them here now. I've got no, oh no, I do have some backup, okay. It's kind of concerned there for a second. I was like, wait a minute, am I the only one here? Like two lanes worth of enemies just merged over here. No, we got it. We're cool. We're cool. They're not stepping foot over here. I want that power up. How much time we got? We got 7 seconds. Move back over to the core. Looks like we're covering it very well. Everybody seems to be paying attention actually this time. And that's it. Timer ran out. And the final score is gonna be an S rank. Ah, okay. I was pretty convinced that we were gonna get a double S rank, but it's cool. I think that may only mean like one more of those basic armor boxes that you see at the bottom. I've got 5. I think last time I got an SS rank and we got 6 or something like that. But the other 2 awards up at the top, like that golden looking chest and the B-rated chest, I think that's just a basic completion reward. And then depending on your performance, you'll get a certain number of bonus armor boxes. Now, with a lot of these game modes, there's like a certain number of times you can do it per day. I think with PvP fights like the dueling, I think I can do it like 5 times or something like that a day. If I want to do it more, then I have to pay in gems. Same thing here with the crystal defense. I think I've done it twice today, and if I want to do it more, then I'll have to pay 100 of those like pink ruby like gems or something like that, which really isn't like that necessary. What I have been doing actually is really, for the most part, just hoarding those gems. I did spend some to increase my inventory capacity, because I just felt like, what was the count at before? I think it was at like 80 or something like that, and 80 just felt way too low. In fact, 100 is starting to still feel kind of too low. And what I can do is just press on the plus marker down there where it says 78/100, and here I can select how many slots do I want, and it's going to tell me like how much in gems that's going to be. So if I want to jump up 10 more inventory slots, it's going to cost 160 of those gems, which is really no big deal. And as you can see, I've got almost 1,000. I recently had over 1,000 until I spent to increase my inventory, and those are all free gems. I haven't paid any money to get any of those gems. So as far as like how like how generous is this game as far as like giving you free stuff that is also purchasable, like for example on the cash shop and stuff like that. It's pretty decent. If you are the type of person that would rather get your hands on this now than wait for a global release in a more comfortable language for you than Korean, then you should definitely check out my how to download and play Lineage 2 Revolution video. I've even updated the video description now to include a link to the website where I got my APK file to install on your smart device. It's a very simple process, and that website also keeps their APK file up to date as well, quite well, so there shouldn't be any issues there. But if you do have problems with the with loading, installing, or updating whatever the game, I mean, you're free, of course, to, you know, ask for help, but I'm not technical support, unfortunately, so 99% of the chance I won't be able to help you. The things that I'll probably say is, have you restarted your device since you installed it or updated it? Have you updated it? Do you have potato Wi-Fi? Things like that could really screw up your ability to play the game. So maybe it's best that most people just wait for the global release, huh? Until then, I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these videos here on the channel, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next Lineage 2 Revolution video. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.